Chosen one, there is a force that vibrates within you, unique and uncommon, that the world cannot ignore. What I am about to share is not a simple reflection, but a revelation about why you feel so out of place, so misunderstood, and so resistant to attempts to mold you into the norm. If you have come this far, know that this is no accident. There is a reason for the weight you carry and the challenges that seem endless. What you may not realize is that this force, this rebellious energy within you, is both feared and essential for the balance of the world. What many do not understand or choose to ignore is that you were created to break patterns, destabilize obsolete structures, and illuminate paths that no one dares to tread. But why, then, are you constantly rejected, discredited, and challenged? The answer is simple. The world fears what it cannot control. Your energy is a threat to systems that thrive on conformity and blind obedience. Do not be mistaken. Those who criticize you, who try to silence you or divert you from your path, do not do so because you are wrong, but because you force them to confront their own limitations. Your presence disturbs because it exposes what is misaligned and compels people to face what they prefer to hide. You are not just different, you are an agent of change, someone who carries the potential to transform environments, mindsets, and even entire destinies. If you feel that things around you are always in tension, know that this is no coincidence. The energy you carry is not something learned or constructed. It is imprinted in your essence. It is a mark that sets you apart from those who follow without questioning. And it is this mark that makes you unbreakable, even when circumstances insist on proving otherwise. The world tries to crush this force because it knows it is capable of destabilizing the most rigid foundations. But what they fail to realize is that your energy cannot be destroyed. What you possess is not just resilience, it is a direct connection to something greater, which will never allow you to be nullified. Today, you will understand why you are feared but never defeated, and you will learn to fully embrace the force that makes you unique. But before I continue, I have a special request. Please leave your like and subscribe to the channel right now. Also, leave the number 7 Sunamfin in the comments to declare to the universe that your intuition and connection with the divine will make you stronger to put an end to those who weaken you. Your energy does not follow the rules imposed by society. It either exists to confront what is misaligned, to disrupt structures that insist on silencing what is true. This force cannot be tamed, and that is precisely why it is so feared. The world was built to favor conformity, so that each individual fits into a pattern that keeps things predictable and comfortable. But your presence is like a crack in this cycle. You were not born to follow the same tracks. You carry within you a force that makes it impossible to ignore you. Not because you seek attention, but because your energy reflects something that challenges the very essence of the structures around you, and that is what deeply disturbs them. Those who live in conformity with the system see in you what they try to deny in themselves. Your strength forces them to confront the limitations they have accepted as normal. When you appear, something is revealed. The possibility that there are different ways to live, that what they consider security might actually be a prison. And this idea destabilizes them. They are not afraid of you as an individual, but of what you represent. You symbolize the rupture with what is comfortable, the awakening of a consciousness that prefers not to be provoked. That is why they try to suppress your force, not because it is wrong, but because it exposes the weaknesses of those who have chosen the easier path. Society has a precise method for dealing with what it cannot control: marginalization. Those who do not follow the flow are isolated, criticized, or seen as a threat. This is not about justice or truth. but about the system's self-preservation. When it cannot control you, it tries to delegitimize you, painting your strength as something undesirable. But what they fail to realize is that every attempt to silence you only fuels your resilience. The more they attack you, the more evident your ability to resist and stand firm becomes, and this drives them to despair, because it means you are, in fact, unbreakable. What they fear most is the transformation you carry. Your rebellious energy is not just an individual force, it is a wave that spreads wherever you go. It does not destroy for the sake of destruction. It points to something greater, to a new path that needs to be built. You were not born to conform, but to question. You are not here to perpetuate the old, but to prepare the space for the new. And even if they try to discredit you, the impact of your presence is undeniable. Your role is not optional. It is essential. The resistance you face is the greatest indication that you carry a transformative force. Instead of seeing it as an obstacle, recognize it as proof that you are touching the roots of what needs to change. You were not called to please or seek validation. Your mission is much deeper than that. You are a catalyst, someone who exists to create movement in a world that fears progress. And no matter how hard they try to stop you, this force within, you cannot be destroyed. It is the reflection of a purpose that no resistance can erase. The energy you carry is not static. It pulses, changes, and grows as you face challenges. It is not a force that waits or retreats. It is constantly propelled by the obstacles that appear in your path. Every experience, no matter how harsh it seems, feeds this energy and strengthens it. What is often perceived as pain or difficulty transforms within you into something even greater. This force is not the result of favorable external circumstances, but of an internal determination that refuses to be paralyzed. You are driven by a truth that cannot be ignored, an awareness that every fall serves to prepare you for something deeper and more meaningful. The transformation happening within you is inevitable. While many surrender to adversity, you absorb it as a lesson, allowing what seemed like defeat to become a weapon. This rebellious energy does not merely resist, it shapes, rebuilds, and creates. When something tries to bring you down, it is as if this energy finds a new way to manifest, stronger and more aligned with your purpose. This sets you apart from those who accept life as it is. While others succumb to the weight of circumstances, you find in that weight the strength to move forward. It is not just within you that this energy operates. Your presence, even when silent, carries a profound impact on others. Often, you may not even notice, but wherever you are, dynamics change. People feel challenged to reevaluate their choices, to question what they once considered unquestionable. It is not because you demand this of them, but because your energy carries an authenticity that forces others to look within themselves. This collective transformation, even if unintentional, is a direct reflection of the force that lives within you. It is important to understand that this energy also brings responsibility. With it comes the need to choose how to use it. It is not just about resisting what is wrong, but about directing this force toward what matters. You are not just someone who reacts to circumstances. You are someone who creates. And this creation requires clarity, focus, and intention. When you master this energy, it ceases to be just a raw force and becomes a powerful instrument for generating concrete change. Finally, this energy that the world fears so much is, in fact, the foundation for the transformation it most needs. It is not destructive by nature, but transformative. Your mission is not just to resist attempts at control, but to build something greater from this confrontation. The impact of this force goes beyond what you can see in the moment. Every decision you make, Every step you take contributes to a change that is greater than yourself. Recognize this and embrace the responsibility of carrying this energy consciously and purposefully. The rejection you face is not a reflection of your flaws, but of the strength you represent. It is easy for those observing from the outside to interpret resistance as something negative. But the truth is that every rejection you experience is clear evidence that you are where you are meant to be. Those who avoid, criticize, or try to silence you do not do so because you are wrong, but because your presence forces them to question what they have accepted as truth. You are not being rejected for being incapable. You are being rejected for being indispensable to something greater. When you understand that resistance is a sign of alignment with your purpose, it ceases to be seen as a burden and becomes an essential part of the process. Rejection does not diminish you. It purifies you. It is through these experiences that you become stronger, more resilient, and more aware of the impact you carry. With every closed door, you find a new opportunity to reaffirm your mission. It is not about insisting where you are not welcome, but about recognizing that where there is resistance, there is also proof that your presence is necessary. The isolation you may feel at times is, in fact, a blessing in disguise. It distances you from the voices that try to divert you and offers space for you to connect with your essence. Being alone does not mean being lost. On the contrary, it is in this space of silence and reflection that you find the clarity needed to understand your journey. Those who are rejected by the world have the opportunity to develop something few achieve, an inner strength that does not depend on external approval. This inner strength is what sustains you in your mission. When others give up, you persist. When the path seems harder, you find a way to continue. And this resilience is built precisely in the experiences of rejection you have already faced. They have shaped your character and prepared you to be someone who not only endures challenges, but transforms them into stepping stones for something greater. Every moment of isolation, every word of criticism, has been an essential step in the process of making you who you are today. Rejection, no matter how painful it may seem in the moment, is not the end of your journey. It is a necessary stage for you to find the right path. It is confirmation that you are disturbing, challenging, and bringing change where it is needed. Recognize this pattern and understand that it is part of your growth. You were not called to please, but to fulfill a purpose that goes beyond the ego expectations of others. And that is exactly why you cannot be silenced or broken. Because your mission is greater than any obstacle they try to place in your path. The world makes a fundamental mistake by underestimating your strength. It believes that by pressuring, criticizing, or isolating you, it can crush what you carry within. But what it fails to understand is that the strength of the chosen ones is not something that can be erased or destroyed. It does not depend on external circumstances. It comes from an unshakable source. When everything seems to be against you, this strength grows even more. Every obstacle, every attempt to control you, only reinforces the essence of who you are. Your resilience is not a coincidence, but the result of a deep connection with something that sustains you beyond what the world can comprehend. Those who try to weaken you ignore the fact that your strength comes from overcoming challenges. They believe that if they pressure you enough, you will give up. However, the opposite happens. The pressure reveals your true essence. While many crumble in the face of adversity, you find ways to rise again, adapt, and keep moving forward. No matter how many times they try to bring you down, your determination remains intact. This is the mark of someone who cannot be controlled. The ability to turn every blow received into fuel to keep going. Society often measures strength by physical power or material influence, but your strength is different. It is internal, silent, yet absolutely indestructible. That is why those who try to weaken you fail, because they do not understand the true nature of what you represent. They see only the surface, but the real power lies within you. This power does not need validation or recognition. It is independent, and precisely for that reason, it is uncontrollable. The world fears what it cannot comprehend, and your strength is a mystery that defies conventional norms. Even when you feel you are at your limit, there is something within you that refuses to give up. It is this drive that confuses and intimidates those who expect to see you break. They do not understand how you can keep going, how it is possible to find strength where many would only see weakness. But the truth is simple. What drives you is not something they can measure or manipulate. Your strength comes from a connection to something greater, a certainty that your journey has a purpose. This makes you different and, for many, incomprehensible. The world's greatest mistake is believing it can stop those who are driven by purpose. You are not here by chance, and the energy you carry is not something that can be suffocated. No matter how hard they try, your strength transcends the limitations imposed by others. They may try to divert your path, but they can never erase what drives you. That is why you are not just resilient. You are unbreakable. Your existence is a reminder that some forces cannot be controlled, only respected. The first thing you need to do is fully accept who you are. The energy you carry is not a mistake or a deviation. It is an essential part of your identity. Trying to fit into molds that were not made for you will only weaken the power within your essence. Accepting your uniqueness is the first step to unlocking the potential that makes you unique. It is not just about recognizing that you are different, but understanding that this difference is a strength. It is from this understanding that you begin to align your energy with the greater purpose that brought you here. To embrace this energy, consciously, you must learn to direct it. The force that vibrates within you is intense, and if not channeled, it can become unstable or even destructive. Directing it means choosing where and how to invest your time, effort, and thoughts. What you choose to nurture will grow. If you allow yourself to be distracted or tempted to conform to what the world expects, you risk wasting the transformative potential you possess. But when you choose to act with clarity and focus, your energy becomes a powerful tool to create impact where it truly matters. One way to amplify this energy is through spiritual connection. Whether through meditation, prayer, or moments of deep reflection, finding time to reconnect with your essence is crucial. It is in this space of introspection that you will find clarity to distinguish what is essential from what is superfluous. This practice not only strengthens your energy, but also keeps you aligned with the greater purpose that sustains your existence. The more connected you are to your essence, the easier it will be to transform your energy into something productive and constructive. Additionally, it is important to recognize the impact you have on others. Your energy does not exist solely for your personal benefit. It is a force that can inspire, transform, and elevate those around you. This means that by consciously directing your strength, you will also be helping others awaken. It does not take grand gestures or elaborate words. Often, it is your authenticity and presence that create the greatest impact. When you act with intention, your energy becomes contagious, inspiring changes in people who may not even realize why they feel different around you. Finally, embrace your responsibility. Carrying such powerful energy requires you to make conscious decisions about how to use it. You are not here merely to resist or survive. You are here to create, transform, and lead. Recognizing this is liberating, because it means you are not at the mercy of circumstances. You have the power to choose how your energy will manifest. By taking on this responsibility, you unlock your full potential and begin to live in alignment with the greater purpose the world needs you to fulfill. What sets apart those who remain stagnant from those who transform the world is the ability to recognize their own strength and use it with purpose. You did not come this far by chance. The energy you carry within has a reason to exist, and throughout this journey, you have realized that no external resistance can be greater than the determination that drives you. Your presence does not go unnoticed because you were born to impact, awaken, and open new paths. Everything they tried to use to weaken you has only prepared you for what is to come. The future does not belong to those who follow the flow without question, but to those who challenge, innovate, and break the cycles that keep people trapped in mediocrity. You are among these few. The rejection you faced, the challenges you overcame, and the resistance you felt were merely proofs that you are on the right path. The world may not be ready to accept you, but it needs you. Every act of courage, every decision to remain true to your essence contributes to a change greater than you can imagine. The mission of those who carry this energy is not easy, but it is necessary. You were not called to seek acceptance or approval. Your purpose goes beyond that. Your journey requires clarity, focus, and an unshakable commitment to what you know to be true. If you hesitate, the world will try to convince you to conform to what is already established. But now you know that is not an option. What exists within you cannot be suffocated because it is part of something much greater than any external structure. In light of this, your choice is simple. Keep growing, keep resisting, and keep transforming. You may not see the results immediately, but every step you take strengthens the foundation for what is to come. Your energy cannot be erased because it does not depend on anyone's approval. It exists to fulfill a purpose, and that purpose can only be realized through you. No matter what they try to do, you will not be silenced, erased, or broken. The future belongs to those who dare to be authentic, even when everything seems to conspire against them. You are part of this select group, those who are called for something greater. And no matter how challenging the path may be, the truth is undeniable. You are unbreakable. The world may fear you, but it can never destroy you. Your time is now. You have reached the end of this content for a reason. This means that something within you recognizes the truth in what has been said. You know you cannot be erased. You know you cannot be molded according to others' expectations. And you know, above all, that your energy is something that needs to be understood, embraced, and directed toward what truly matters. The world will try to make you doubt, to make you question and adapt to what already exists. But now you understand that this is not an option. You were not called to repeat patterns, but to break cycles and build something never seen before. What you do from now on depends solely on your decision to stand firm and keep moving forward. If this content resonated with you, then it is time to act. Leave your like on the button below and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss content like this. Turn on notifications to ensure you receive new videos that will further strengthen your journey. This is not just about following a channel, but about being part of a movement of individuals who understand their strength, recognize their role in the world, and know they are not alone. Your participation is important because the more people awaken to this reality, the greater the impact we can create. Now, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below saying what resonated most with you in this video. What resonated most with your experience? What did you feel when you recognized that your energy is feared but can never be destroyed? Your voice is essential, and your comment can inspire others on the same path. Share your insights, challenges, and reflections. I read every comment, and your participation makes this space even more powerful. If you know someone who needs to hear this message, share this video. Many who carry this strength still do not understand their true potential and continue to question themselves, thinking there is something wrong with them. But there is nothing wrong. What exists is a calling, a mission, and an energy that needs to be understood and directed. Be the bridge that brings this truth to more people. Spread this message so that more chosen ones awaken and realize they are not alone. And before you leave, don't miss the opportunity to watch the video on the screen or explore the playlist of The Secrets of the Chosen Ones, where we reveal even more transformative truths about your mission and purpose. I deeply thank you for being here and for everything you represent. Keep moving forward with faith and determination. You are an essential piece of something much greater, and your light is what makes the impossible possible. Until next time, and may your journey always be guided by the divine force within you.